Hello everyone, welcome to the new video of computer network. So in this video we are going to discuss about how to configure a server as a FTP server and how to do communication between the PC and a server, that is client and a server, using FTP protocol. So let's go build the network. So I'm going to use one switch, one server, and currently I'm considering only two PCs. So let's connect them. Now this server I'm going to configure as a FTP server. And I'm going to assign IP addresses to these PCs. So I'm going to assign, suppose, IP address as 200.200.200.101 to first PC. Then 200.200.200.102 to second PC. And to this server I am assigning, suppose, IP address as 200.200.200.100, because all these are belongs to one single network, so all should have same network ID. So here the network ID is 200.200.200, and the last octet will be the host ID, where we are going to configure them with the host ID. So server I am going to configure as 200.200.200.100, and other two PCs I am going to configure as 200.200.200 as a common number, which is the network ID, and 101 and 102, that is host ID, assigned to both the PCs. So now let's configure this server as a FTP server. So for that purpose, first we are going to assign IP addresses to these server and PCs. So 200.200.200.100, this IP address I am going to assign to server. Then to these PCs I am going to assign IP address as 200.200.200.101 to first PC. And 200.200.200.102 to second PC. Now that's it. Now we are going to configure this server as a FTP server. So for that purpose, just go to services on the server. Now on the left hand side you can find FTP option. Just click on it. Now by default there is one FTP user created by the software. So suppose I don't want to use that, so I am going to remove it, and I am going to configure this FTP server by my choice. So in that case I am going to assign username of my choice. So suppose that username is, I am assigning as my FTP. This is the username, and password suppose I am assigning as 12345. Now click in the all check boxes and give all these rights to this user and add them. Now just check our created username and password is added into the FTP services, and we have turned that FTP services on with all these rights given to that FTP user, that is write, read, delete, rename and list. So I have added that and I have turned on this FTP service. Now on the below you can find the file. So these are the already existing files present on this server. So you can see there are 33 files numbering from 1. So 1 to 33 files are available on the server. So now in this FTP client server communication, suppose I want to send one file from one PC to this server. So we'll see whether it will appear in this list or not. So for that purpose, just go to any one PC. First of all, I need to create one file on this PC because that file I want to send to server. So just go to text editor. So this is the option available here as text editor. Now go to file option and open. You can find that on this PC a sample file.txt, this file is already existing. Okay, so but I want my own file to be sent to the server. So just go to file option, then new, and write some text inside this, any text of your choice. So in that case I'm going to write it here. Suppose this is file from first PC. Okay, and just click on save. So it will ask for name for this file. So suppose I am assigning a name as PC1 file. Now when I click on OK, then just go to file option and click on open. Now you can find that my created file is saved here with the extension as .txt. It will be saved as .txt file. Okay, so for in this Cisco Packet Tracer, for simulation purpose, this file is saved in the form of text format only. So .txt is the extension of this file. Now this file is created on PC number 1, and now I want to send this file to the server. So while sending this file, we will see the simulation. So for that I have opened a simulation and I have clicked on the PC number 1. Then I will go to the command prompt of PC number 1 and I will type FTP space IP address of server as 200.200.200.100, and then I will hit enter. So you can see on the right hand side in the event window that TCP and ARP packets, because FTP depends on the TCP communication. ARP packet get broadcasted after hitting the capture and forward. Only server will accept that, and server will respond with its IP address to the PC, that is client. Now this client sends a TCP packet to the server to establish a connection, and server accept that packet and send the reply with the acknowledgement for the TCP connection. Now client will send acknowledgement for that reply. Now server sends FTP packet to the client and ask the client to enter the username. We can observe it here. Now we have to enter a username here which we have created. Now on the server we can observe that we have created username and password. So we have to enter that here, the username my FTP and password as 12345. So first we have to send this username as we are checking the simulation here. So once we forward this packet, so server will receive the username, and now server will authenticate that and sends the reply that we can observe in the details of this FTP packet received by the server. Now server will respond with the help of username OK and need a password, that we can observe in the command prompt as well. Now client will be entering password which is 12345, and client will respond with this forward packaging, and server will receive that forwarded packet. Now server will authenticate that. We can observe it in the details of FTP packet, and server will send a reply that username and password OK. Now we can proceed further.
So in this way, with the simulation, we can observe that during the FTP communication, TCP, ARP, FTP packets initiated, and we have seen their total transactions from client to server and server to client. Now we will stop this simulation, and in real time we will see the FTP communication between client and server. So I will go to the command prompt of a client and hit question mark and enter. So these are all FTP commands that I can execute on a Cisco Packet Tracer. To send a file from client to server, there is one command, put. So here I am going to write put space file name pc1 file.txt and hit enter. So it shows file transfer in progress and file transfer completed with 24 bytes. So that's it, our file is transferred from client to server. Now we have to verify it. So for that, just write a dir command, that is directory, and it shows the available files on the server. So you can see here the number of files available on the server, and our file is also enlisted here. That means our file is successfully received by the server. Also we can verify it with the help of server by clicking it on server, and under FTP we can see number of files where our file is also existing. Now again write a question mark and try to we will try to execute other commands. So rename, this command we can execute with a syntax as rename space previous name of the file space new name that we want. So I am writing here rename space pc1 file.txt space server file.txt, which is new name I want to give to the this file, and hit enter. So it is showing renaming pc1 file.txt, and then it is showing that the renaming is successful. Type dir and enter and check whether our file is renamed or not, and it shows that our file is renamed. Now we can verify it on the server by clicking in under FTP. So the file name is changed here. So renaming operation is also successful. We will try to get the file which we have renamed on the server. From server we are trying to get that file to the client. So use the command get space server file.txt. This shows we have successfully received the file from server to the client. Now we will verify it whether we really received that file or not. Text editor and open the file. So here our file will be existing. So this shows that our communication is successful. Now we will try to execute delete command. So delete space file name, that is delete space server file.txt and hit enter. Now it shows that file successfully deleted. Now we will verify it with the help of dir command. Now it shows that our file is missing from here. That means our file is successfully deleted. And now we can also verify it from the FTP server. So here also it shows file is missing. So we have successfully deleted the file. So that's all for this video. So in this video we have successfully configured FTP server, and communication between FTP server and client we have verified with the help of simulation, as well as in real time as well. We have seen how the communication happens between the FTP server and client with the help of various FTP commands. So that's all.